me, golf's never been more popular. In my life, I have never been more obsessed and almost neurotic about golf and everything with it than I am now. I'm still trying to figure out the whys because there's been bigger superstars in it. I think we lack that a personality like Woods had where he'd stare you down, or the Fuzzy Zellers, or the Lee Trevino's way back when, or even when Mickelson was a regular on the PGA Tour, which we'll get to. To me, it's more popular now than it's ever been. And the whys, I'm not sure it's one thing. Maybe it's just my passion overflowing. But I think there's a lot of guys each week that can win. And it didn't used to be that way for me for the most part. But these last few years, it's dominant. And I know it's Scheffler dominated, but in any given day, we can get a guy like J.J. Spaun go in there and win it like a U.S. Open.
I think it's exciting right now, certainly. But I think it's exciting for a couple reasons. And I disagree about it being exciting. I don't feel like when Scotty's in a tournament that anyone else could win it. I don't feel that way. I know that he doesn't always win, but I feel like if Scotty Scheffler's ending a tournament in 2025 and going into 26 and for a couple years prior, I don't think anybody was touching him. I mean, obviously we had Rory win the Masters finally 30 years later. But frankly, that was a little too late for me, for him. He's always whining about something. To me, it's kind of Scheffler at the top and everybody else living in his shadow. That said, there are a lot of exciting people that I look forward to seeing in a tournament, whether they win or not. But they haven't been able to break through the way that I wish they would. I mean, Justin Thomas is a great example. Probably comeback player of the year, 2025, but, still mediocre relative to what Scotty's doing. Scotty's given us a little bit more of that Tiger-esque run where it's like, if he's around, put your clubs away because he's taking it.
I'll take Scheffler over the field most tournaments he in. He enters 18 to 22 of them or something a year, won 6 times in 2025. We know that he's one major away in 2026 from his Grand Slam as well. But I didn't say who the best golfer was, and I didn't say that the field had much of a chance. Yet statistics say the field still has a chance even when Scheffler's in it. But I'm with you. When Scheffler tees it up, if I got the first pick, I'm always taking Scotty Scheffler. The work, the grind, and a lot of times when guys have success, they can go into I've got it made. I think he works harder the more he wins. What I'm saying is the popularity for me, because even though Scheffler can dominate, and I know what you're saying when I said it's more popular because there's a lot of guys who can win at the top, yet when the tournament's on the line, most anybody that's got half a brain in golf, or if you've never watched a damn round of golf in your life, but you just know this guy, then you got a pretty good chance of being in the money. I'm just talking about the popularity, and maybe YouTube has something to do with it. The whys we're looking for. Maybe it's the fact that I have become my game's better. I've worked at it harder. Maybe it's the fact that with the apparel part of it, it makes me watch closer to, I'm always looking for logos of what a dude's wearing and what kind of material, from Malbon and Jason Day right on to Scotty Scheffler, filled with Nike, who has nothing but Nike on his body. So with that, but the popularity of it, maybe it's the golfer, maybe it's the excitement, maybe it's all these young players like a Michael Brennan, like a Luke Clanton that are starting to rise, and we're looking for comebacks like we got from Justin Thomas. I think we're waiting for one from this year from Jordan Spieth. So for me, the popularity may be, nothing will be as valuable and popular, I don't think, to the tour than what Tiger Woods did in his run. But since then, between injuries and car accidents and divorces and all that, and his comeback is almost the father of PGA now because people look up to him. The popularity of it for me, and the way women's golf has taken off, the Korn Ferry, guys like Aldrich Potgieter who can come and hit it 400 yards and be in the hunt just like that. Guys like Brennan who enter one tournament and win and get his tour card. That's the popularity that I'm rolling with, as well as a lot of this YouTube excitement. These guys are printing money as well as content. We're seeing them creep into the PGA Tour, whether it's advertising or the rest of it. Can you argue that popularity for you? When was golf most popular for you, and why?
Well, oh man, when was it? I mean, definitely now. You're right, but I think you hit the nail on the head with the YouTube golf thing. To me, people are undervaluing what that is bringing to the game. Honestly, forget about LIV golf. I think that's turning into a joke, and we're seeing that you cannot buy your way into a sport. But that's maybe another conversation. YouTube golf, look at the numbers. They're getting 15 to 20 million views a week between the top 10 golf channels. That's as much as you're going to get on a Sunday at any tournament other than maybe the Masters and the US Open. And so
which is alarming if you're a PGA Tour, right? I know it's helping them, but it is alarming.
And look at how many barriers the PGA is putting in front of those guys, banning certain guys because they have LIV golf. They play in a LIV golf tournament. All these things. They should be, if the PGA wants to, like you and I are from very different places in life, but our attention is captured right now because of what's going on. And the PGA, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, dude.
The PGA is fucking it up because they're the old bastards like you. They are.
Whoa. Now,
I'm just saying it.
They are. What do you say? Don't tread there too long because I can still beat you. But even then, with that, and I'm still longer than you. I'm still longer, 30 years older and 30 yards longer. That being said, but I think young. I don't. Now I love some of the things that shouldn't change.
And they don't.
Right, well, guess what? Then maybe you and I should be running the PGA Tour.
That's what I'm saying. They need to be embracing these guys. These guys are actively out there making content that I watch and people my age and younger watch every single day. I'm more likely to turn on a YouTube channel video than I am to pull up a golf tournament on a Saturday, maybe on a Sunday, but on a Saturday, do I open the PGA event or do I open, Grant Horvat's latest video? It's probably a Grant Horvat video because he probably played with the best player that week. Right.
But remember this with your youth, we're still not going to, we already got our kind of like cheesemo shorts. And while I love music playing, when I go play, I want to dress like they do on the LIV Tour. I do. I want to wear shorts. I want to have fun. And the rest of it, I like music playing, cigar smoking, a little shot of bourbon. Let's go play and get after it and talk shit the whole time. But we ain't wearing hat backwards on the PGA Tour. Not now, not ever, unless it's raining. Okay. So then when you talk about the old and the young, it's not going to happen.
That's all part of the problem.
But yet maybe it should, right?
Yeah. Well, it should.
Maybe it should.
Because I mean, look, Malbon. Look what they've done, and even then, when they came in,
they're creating chaos on purpose too, right?
Certain pieces of clothing. That's such bull. All of that's bullshit. They do not understand the assignment. They are the typical, old guard that's holding on for desperate dear life to their old ways, and the YouTube space is just pushing them slowly but surely into the modern era. And I think that's what I think. My take is I think we're going to start to see more of that. All it's going to take is new leadership at the top of the PGA, which I feel like within the next couple years here, that'll be shaken up. I mean, obviously all the crap that happened with Moynihan and how bad he fumbled all of that. We're going to start to see LIV golf guys come back. They've taken their big paychecks from Saudi or whoever the hell's funding that. And they're going to come back in with a new fire in their belly. I really like the idea of Koepka coming back in. I think he's going to come back in and dominate. If he comes back in 26, he's going to be at the top of every leaderboard.